Hello, friends. Happy Monday. I'm trying to get my bearings. It was a long, exhausting, but we had so much fun this weekend. We left Friday a little bit later than we had anticipated, just because my husband had to work a little bit longer than he was going to. And then we had to stop and get gas on the way out. And then our first stop normally is about a 2.5 hour drive. It took us over 5 hours, almost 5.5 hours to get to our first stop. Traffic going through LA and Hollywood and Pasadena and the Cajon Pass. If you're familiar with any of those areas, the Cajon Pass is on the Interstate 15. A lot of trucks. You know what I'm talking about, especially on a Friday. Yeah. So we get to our first stop and stretch and all that, and then we still had another 3 hours to go from there, that's the right amount of time from our first stop, which is Eddie World in Yermo, California. It's just kind of way down there by Calico, which is a ghost town. I mean, I guess it's a ghost town. I mean, I visited. It's more of a novelty type thing, I guess. I don't know. I've never looked up the history of it. But anyways, so then once we entered into Arizona, we also entered into another time zone. We entered into Central Time Zone. So our whole plan of going to Cracker Barrel for dinner went out the window. We ended up at Walmart in the frozen food section getting TV dinners to put in the microwave for dinner that night. Which was okay. I mean, we were just so exhausted. We just wanted to eat and go to bed, right? And get up on Saturday and just take on the town, basically. So that's what we did. On Saturday, we went to Bullhead City. Well, actually, we first, just to say we went to Nevada, we crossed the bridge and went into Laughlin, Nevada, which we have no desire to even get out of our car there because it's casinos and fast food. Casinos, hotels, and fast food in Laughlin. So we just drove across the bridge. Okay, we went to Nevada, drive back across the bridge back to Arizona, and then we went to Bullhead City. We went along the Colorado River, got a couple of pictures. It was very cold and windy. Oh my goodness. And that was the thing when we stopped in Yermo. It was so windy, it blew my husband's glasses off his head and straight under my car. And oh my gosh. Oh, it was so cold too. It was so cold, but that's okay. So back to the whole thing on Saturday with Bullhead City. So then we did that. We went to the JoAnn, which I'm going to show you my yarn haul from JoAnn today. And then we did a couple of other things in Bullhead City. And then we went up to the historic district of Kingman, which is where we stayed. And the antique store that I wanted to go into was closed Friday and Saturday. So I had a plan B, and my plan B wasn't that great, but it was okay. The antique store that my plan B was still, I mean, it was interesting. It was overpriced for what it was. You had to really be careful what you were going to buy in there because not everything in there was an antique. And then I went to Connie's Quilter's Hideaway, I think is what it's called. It's a little quilt shop there in downtown Kingman. Absolutely adorable little shop. I took a video and posted that for you guys. The owner, she's really sweet lady. I told her definitely be back because we are planning another trip back. I don't know if it's going to be before my Yarny friends get together, which yes, I'm getting together with some Yarny friends here in California. Super excited about that. That's going to be taking place in just a couple of months. So I will be meeting Amy over at Hooked on Wishing Crochet and Paige over at Paige Loves Pumpkins. I will put both of their YouTube channels down below this video once it uploads. And I get back to my computer because it's a lot easier to do it from my computer. But there's a lot of other Yarny friends. We're going to all meet kind of at a halfway point for everybody. And we're gonna have a wonderful weekend together. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm starting to get out of my comfort zone of my four walls. So yeah. So this past weekend was fantastic. I didn't get as much video or pictures as I wanted to because I mean, who wants to look at a traffic cone? There was a lot of construction in downtown Kingman. a lot, but I did do my best. And so, and plus I was enjoying the moment, you know, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to just enjoy the moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed what little bit of video and picture I did post. Oh, my camera just glitched on me. Woo, cool. All right. I don't know why my camera's glitching on me. Not allowed. Maybe I have too much stuff on here. Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't clear out my camera before I recorded this video. Oops. Yeah, so real quick, all right, let's dive in. So I did put in the rest of that skein of yarn on my corner to corner scarf, so it's getting nice and long. Nice and long. Which I have a Hirschner's haul. It's sitting on my bed right now. My cat thinks he's doing me some help and holding it up for me because he's laying on the other side of it. Okay, and then I did try out the pattern for this on the Karen Layered Cupcakes. So I did try out the pattern. As you can see, my little pen marks. And this is how much was left out of after I did the pattern. And I am not going to put this on. I'm overheating. I'm hot, and I will explain that to you in a minute. But here's the hat. So to get this like little, for the bucket hat, like this little, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You just do like one row of half double crochet front loops, and then you continue around. So there is the bucket hat. I definitely need to figure out, I'm still new at all this and joining and everything. So I need to figure out my joins because I really struggle with that. But yeah, this yarn was fun to work with. A lot of fun to work with. It took me from Friday till Sunday because I did 0 crochet on Saturday, which I anticipated was going to happen. I didn't even take my crochet bag in the hotel with us. I left it in my car because there was no reason to take something in that I knew I wasn't going to work on, you know? So, okay. All right. Let's jump into this whole JoAnn thing. Okay. As we all know, JoAnn is shut in 500 stores. So I went to the one in Bullhead City on Saturday. And then I also went into the one here that's closing in the next town up because I had to go to Walmart today. So I figured, yeah, I'll pop into JoAnn because Amy, Paige, I think you guys have convinced me. It's time to try micro crochet. What am I getting into? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared to get into it, but sometime in the near future, I will get into micro crochet. I actually purchased my first pattern on Etsy today. Yes, I did. And today I went to JoAnn because I knew liquidation sales were starting. And I bought some thread. I have a whole bunch of embroidery floss, but I bought some thread. And I will show you this receipt real quick first. Okay. So there's my receipt. You can see I paid $2.77 for each of the balls of DMC cotton. My grandson picked out one, like just the 6-strand skeins of them, and that was 49 cents. And then I got one more. I love this color cotton from there, and I picked up one more. This is soft terracotta. And this one was $3.37. So the yarn, the embroidery floss was 25% off today. So the yarn that I purchased, and this is favorite cotton. It's 100% of cotton. And here we go, friends. Yeah. I bought everything I could see color-wise. They did have a purple. However, the purple was very dirty, like it had been under a shelf or something. There's all my threads, friends. All my threads. Look at this. Here, we'll just... Check that out. Yeah, I'm diving in. I'm diving in, friends. I don't know what I'm getting into, but micro crochet, here I come. And I do have a set of hooks on my Amazon list that I found today. I'm so kicking myself. I found some really tiny micro crochet hooks at the JoAnn in Bullhead City. And I didn't get them. And I'm so regretting not getting them. Anyways, whatever. Water under the bridge. I found some really, really nice ones on Amazon. And they're highly rated. So there's that. Today at Walmart, $7.48. I picked up another Flower Power Wisteria. This one's very, very pretty. This just jumps spring right here. Spring. So I need to get working on those granny squares because I've only made one of the 3 skeins. Like 1 square of 3 skeins of granny square, or not granny square, Flower Power. This stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to take this back out of the bag, but this was my one and only purchase from the antique store. I paid a whopping 54 cents for this. And it is dated, I think I read 1961, because I opened it for my son to see it. It's just a really thin little magazine from Clark's, Coats and Clark's, J&P Coats, Clark's, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So this was, like I said, 54 cents. And then Goodwill, I found this yesterday. Modern Deco 10 Stylish Designs. 10 Stylish Designs. So this has a stitch guide and all that. There's just one of the things there. And then in the back of the book, it gives you abbreviations. So, and this was $2.29. Wow, that was weird. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm back. I'm back. I got a phone call from my husband, so I had to answer that. But yeah, okay, where did I leave off? I left off with that book. I have not showed you this book. Okay, so we went into Cracker Barrel to the gift shop there because I had to get a couple of things. And they had this. I don't need, like, all the stuff that's in this, but it's just more so for my collection, I guess you could say. It's a techniques and tips book. It was $8.99. But it gives you like finishing touches, like if you're going to do a chain embroidery stitch. It shows you how to do the seed stitch. Crossed stitches. So there's a few things in this that I have never done. Popcorn stitches, or as we know them as puff stitches. And there's a lot of pictures, a lot of detail. Working in the rounds, front back loops, working into spaces, half double, double, making slip knots, chain stitches. Gives you a guide here in the front on the weights of your yarns. All about yarn, what yarn is, talks about what you'll need to get started if you're just brand new to crochet. But here is the table of contents for that book, for this book. So I thought that was pretty neat. So there's that. All right, let's jump into this JoAnn haul. I did get a cute little bag. This is how we roll. That was 25% off. My little buddy here, he, as you know, he loves doing jigsaw puzzles, and my husband took him to go look around the store while I was looking at what I wanted to look at. And so he wanted to get a puzzle and was not going to leave without said puzzle. I'm trying to see how much the puzzle was. It was $11.99, marked down from $14.99. They were 20% off. So there's his puzzle. And it is titled Rustic Outdoor, I guess. Rustic Outdoor. Okay, so there's that. And then I got some non-yarny items that were on sale. Just some blank cards, because I do a lot of handmade cards. These were $20% off, so I paid $5.59 for them, which is a little pricey, but whatever. And then I needed crimping tubes for making some projects, and these were $244 for the assorted sizes, and then $209 for these. So not bad. So there's that. Okay, now, oh, I had one more, I forgot. These are polymer clay beads, and these were $4.54. They were 30% off. Really pretty. So there's that. And then, all right, let's get into the yarny stuff, shall we? So these are Big Twist values that I'm about to show you. 269 yards, 4.3 ounces, 246 meters. Okay, so 269 yards, 246 meters. Medium 4, 5mm crochet hook knitting needle. Machine wash, do not bleach. Low iron, do not tumble dry. Dry flat. Okay, and these are in the colorway Neon Lights. And there's 3 of them. So these were 25% off each, and they were $3.37. So that's one thing right now. You cannot, if the store is in liquidation, you cannot use, they will not honor any sale prices. They will not honor any coupons or anything like that. So everything, all the percentages are going to be off the original price. No sale prices. So then these two are Big Twist Jelly Bean, 218.7 yards, 200 meters, 3.5 ounces. They're in the color Starlight, and they are 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. Forgot to tell you, these ones are 100% acrylic. Okay, so the Jelly Bean ones, again, these are 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. Medium 4s, 5mm knitting needle, and a 5.5mm crochet hook. And I just bought 2 of these, and these ones were $5.24, which to me, I think that's kind of up there, but I was told to just get yarn that makes me happy, so neon colors. All right, now I got 2 more of the Supernovas. They are 80% premium acrylic and 20% wool. This is in the color Blue Planet. They are a fine 2. 4mm knitting needle and a 4mm crochet hook. However, I think I want to go down to a 3 when I start working with these. And there are those. I only bought 2 because there was no price on these. These were just thrown into a bin with a whole bunch of other yarn. No prices. It was an utter mess in there. These ones I ended up paying a little bit more than I would have wanted to. They were $7.49 a ball. But the damage is done, right? So there's those. And then I have 2 more skeins. I did buy 2 more of the Vortex yarns. And these ones, the Vortex were $5.24 a ball. They're medium 4s, 5.5mm knitting needle, and a 6.5mm crochet hook. And these are in the colorway Super Bloom. And the specs on these are 100% acrylic, 328 yards, 5.29 ounces, and 300 meters. So I bought 2 of those. And then in the checkout, they had some really cute, just measuring tapes that were 25% off. I paid $1.50 for this little guy. So it's got a fluffy tail. And then the bags were, I didn't tell you, I don't think, but the bags were $207 because they were 20% off as well. So I gave myself a $100 budget going in there, and I actually stayed under. So, and that was even with getting my little buddy's jigsaw puzzle. So I was very happy with that because I stayed under my budget, so I treated myself to Panda Express for lunch. Yes, I did. So that was fun. And that was the best Panda Express I've had in a long time. Sure was. Okay, so there is that and that. And then I have one more thing I want to show you that I got from the quilting store. And I just bought a bunch of, like, yardage, or yarn, not yarn, fabric scraps and stuff like that. So this was 2/3 of yard of fabric. And I know I did not pay $11.75 for it because there was another like 30% off of the $11.75. But I'm not going to open this up, but you can just see this is like a road and grassy stuff like that. So there's that one. And then this one my buddy picked out. It's some type of flannel material. And then my husband pointed this one out and said this one looks very antique-y. So there's that one. And then my buddy wanted orange, so we got orange, just like a yellow orange. And then this one. And then I got this one with my best friend in mind. So, yeah. Gave myself a $20 budget going in there for just your fabric scraps, but a little bit over, about $3 over, no big deal. It's okay. All in all, I stayed on my budgets for the places I did go. Sorry about that. I am wearing all the hats this week. We got home late last night. Keep hearing my cat. We got home, well, no, we didn't get home late last night. We got home about 5:30 last night. And my husband had to leave at like 4 o'clock this morning for work back east. So I am filling all the roles and duties and everything else. And never mind, I feel like I'm getting sick. I did not get sick on the trip because if you remember, we had rain last week. I decided it was going to be time to go play in the rain on Thursday before we left. Wednesday, Thursday. It was one of the 2 nights. I went in, I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was one of the 2 nights. I went out in the rain, but I told my husband, I said, if I go out in the rain, I'm telling you, I'm going to get sick. I get sick every single time I go in the rain. And by Friday, I was just feeling kind of draggy. I was dragging a little bit, but I was okay. Like, I had the sore, scratchy throat, but I didn't think anything of it because I knew I was dehydrated. And then by Saturday, whew, yeah, I was feeling it, but I was still chugging along. And then Sunday, I was just so tired. Like, the drive home, I had a hard time, like, focusing on crochet and stuff like that. And then today, I woke up, and I still have a sore throat, sore, scratchy throat. my sinuses are kind of icky, but you know, I mean, it could be I'm dehydrated too. I really didn't drink as much as I needed to on this trip. So we're going to ride it out and see what happens, right? All right. Well, when I put these two segments of video together, we're going to be at about 30 minutes or so. So anyways, I'm sorry for a long drawn out video, but tomorrow there will be another video. It's going to be the Hirschner's Yarn Haul. So that is going to be another probably 30-minute video because that's a big box up there on my bed. So anyways, friends, just know I love you. God loves you. Be kind to one another. And I will see you all again in the next video. Bye, friends.